this one line and this one clip and this one beat turned me into a Nipsey Hussle fan. And that one line and one clip in the song Run a Lap was, he rapping, he going hard. He say, guns behind the AC, I'm stashed by crazy. You can look me in my eyes and see I was a Matchbox baby. Right back at you with another video, man. It's your boy, CEO Hockley, man. We live in the building, back in the G County store, man. Today, we discussing the late, the great Nipsey Hussle, man. How his career, how his life, and how his death impacted me as a business owner and a former gang member. But before we get started, like always, man, I need you to hit that like, hit that share, hit that subscribe button, and leave a comment down in the comment section. If I leave something out, tell me how Nipsey Hussle's death, how his career, or how his life had an impact or a change in your mindset. With no further ado, let's get to it, man. So back in 2008 through 2012-ish, man, I was in the music business, right? I had artists, and what led me to the music business is promotion. I used to promote clubs here in the Houston area, Galveston, Houston area, man, and I was really good at it, man. I did promotion at the clubs. I worked with the radio stations, and I brought in different artists from Rick Ross to Young Jock, to Webby, to Boosie. These were the hottest artists at that time, and I was a promoter, booking them, bringing them in, making money at the club, and these type of things kind of helped me get out the streets, you know what I'm saying, because I was making a lot of money. But with doing that, it also led me further and further into the music industry. I went from promoting to actually managing artists, starting a managing company and investing into artists' career. Well, that, of course, brought in the whole spectrum of me paying attention to other artists and other things that was going on in different regions. And while doing that, I discovered Nipsey Hussle. Probably like in 2009, 2010, I discovered him, but I wasn't, how can you put it? I wasn't impressed by Nipsey Hussle at that time. It had nothing to do with money, had nothing to do with none of that. I think he just signed the deal or something, but he, to me, on first impression, he was a fake ass Snoop Dogg. Straight up, I'm like, here come another gang banging ass nigga out of California, and he's mimicking Snoop Dogg. He's tall, he Criptonite, you know, he's skinny. I'm like, man, it's a knockout Snoop Dogg, man. We not going for this gimmick. You know what I'm saying? I really thought it was a gimmick, so I never got into his music. So with his mixtapes like Bullets Ain't Got No Name and those earlier mixtapes, I never listened to him. I never paid nothing attention to it because I was more focused at the time on my artists, on our career and how we can expand. And I just saw the Nipsey Hussle brand as a gimmick, point blank period. But that all changed. That all changed one day. I'm on YouTube, I'm doing my research, I'm doing my studies. I get on YouTube, and Nipsey Hussle is having a release for his new mixtape called The Marathon. Okay, The Marathon, this is in 2011. He got The Marathon and it comes out. Him, and at the time, a very popular DJ was DJ Ski. I believe that was his name. And I was more focused about what DJ Ski was doing because DJ Ski was kind of like the, he was in that mode when DJ Drama and different DJs was putting out tapes with artists and promotion and things like that. And what I was interested in was getting into the California market by doing a tape with my artist and DJ Ski. So I'm following DJ Ski as he some way linked up with Nipsey Hussle, and they did this promotion for the marathon. And they had a video on YouTube. I'll find it, posted here, it's still on YouTube. And they was promoting like the release of the marathon continues, right? And so I was just looking at it so I could get pointers on how they document this process, plus how much of an impact DJ Ski is having now that he's with Nipsey Hussle, who I deem a fake Snoop Dogg, right? So I'm looking at the video, checking it out, pretty, you know, regular, you know, pretty live, nothing bad about it, but I'm slightly entertained because they doing this release party at this store or at somewhere they was doing a release party. Well, anyway, clips of the tape was actually playing in the video. right? And it's a song on the Marathon Continues called Run a Lap, right? This song always got an aggressive beat, man. It got it, man, listen, man, it got an aggressive beat in this song. So as I'm looking at the video and I'm looking at this promotion and them pushing out the album on this little documentary, I hear this beat. And I'm like, damn, that's some West Coast shit right there. That's sucker hard. But in the clip, man, they said something that was just astonishing. Blew me away. This one line and this one clip and this one beat turned me into a Nipsey Hussle fan. And that one line and one clip in the song Run a Lap was he rapping, he going hard. He say, guns behind the AC, I'm stashed by crazy. You can look me in my eyes and see I was a Matchbox baby, right? I was like, whoa, wait, what the fuck did he just say? Man, I had to stop. I was like, what? Wait. Let me play that again. Let me listen.
Guns behind the AC, I'm stashed by crazy. You can look at me and tell I was a Matchbox baby.
Whoa, I'm like, whoa, hold up, man. Wait, now, anybody know, man, if you grew up in them 90s or you was raised in them 90s and in them streets, man, that's how we operated. Point blank, period. Gang lifestyle was just that. One, you always had the gun behind the AC. You always had a stash spot. This is before all this great technology and all this great stuff. We always got a stash spot. It's behind the radio. It's behind the air conditioning. We got to be able to get to it, pop out the vents, reach behind it, get the gun, pull out the strap so we could bust or bust back. Either way, man, that's just what it was in the 90s. Whether you in the Regal, the Cutlass, the Buick, the L-Dog, all of that. I mean, you had to be there to know to put that in a song or put that line there. You had to be there. And plus, when he said he was a Matchbox baby, bro, y'all got to understand, man. Listen, when drugs or crack cocaine first hit the scene, it was a thing for you to stand out on the corner and sell dope, right? But you had to put your stash somewhere. Right? You had to stash it somewhere. People stashed their drugs in trash to make it look like trash. So when the police pulled up, the police never fucked with the trash. They only fucked with you. So you just kept your stash hid out. One of the earliest ways, one of the first things people did back in the game was put their drugs or their rocks in a matchbox. The matchbox had a little sliding drawer. They still do. You could pull it out, dump the matches out, put the rocks in, close the box up, and then place the box somewhere as if it's trash out on the street, and nobody will mess with it but you pay attention to that. That was very popular in the late 80s and early 90s as selling crack on the corners evolved and things was moving forward with the hustlers out on the street. Putting crack rocks in a matchbox was the game. And for him to say that in the song, come on, man. Guns behind the AC, I'm stashed by crazy. You could tell I was a Matchbox baby. Come on, man. You had to really be there to understand that. And those who's watching this video, y'all know exactly what I'm talking about if that's your era, man. So right then and there, I stopped looking at that promotional video and went to get the mixtape. The Marathon Continues, Run a Lap. Oh, man, this was a classic, man. Run a Lap. They detached us. Oh, and then that outro, at the outro where he got Puff speaking on the outro, where he take a clip of Puff saying, I'm not a sprinter, I'm a marathon runner. Oh, man, that outro was another dope. So from then on, all I listened to in my car was the Marathon. They came out in 2011, probably all the way to 2012, 2013. It was the Marathon playing. That's it, man. I turned everybody around me, even my artists, my friends, they'll tell you I turned them on to Nipsey Hussle back in 2011. Okay. But that doesn't make me like a stan. That just say, man, his content, his entertainment speaks to me. It's nostalgia, and it's also instructions to what's going on in my life today. Because just like him, he has evolved from being in poverty, being a gang member, to being a business owner. That's my story too. There's many other people's stories that have survived all those different things. Now, he don't have the prison aspect in his life the way that I had. He probably went to jail once or twice, but You know, he didn't really hit that yard like that, right? The way that I did. And that's not to knock him, but that's just to say our lives were similar or parallel, even though I'm a little bit older than Nipsey Hussle. Well, anyway, he didn't inspire me to open a store like what you see today. The store came about in 2014. He already had his store going. Right, 2014, I opened up this store. Really had nothing to do with Nipsey Hussle. But then after opening the store, after doing business and listening more to his music, I discovered, damn, he even got a store. Like, our lines are similar, right? I'm doing community work, he's doing community work, but I'm not following him. This is just solid people in every community having this kind of impact on their community. People who actually been through something and struggled in the community, this is what you do. This is not the Nipsey Hussle way. This is what you do if you really been here and you understand these struggles and you give back. Another thing that I realized why what he was doing and many other people like him, me, and around this country was doing was that he was a reader. Listen, man, leaders are readers. And that became the most impressive thing that I understood about Nipsey Hussle. Just like me, he was reading. So 2011, he put out the Marathon Continues. Okay, he comes back with Crenshaw, and Crenshaw is when he become popular, more popular than what he is previously. He becomes popular because he puts out the $100 mixtape. All right. Everybody knows him from this great marketing scheme and this great marketing plan where he put out a $100 mixtape. And Jay-Z buys 100 of them off the top. Jay-Z buys 100 of his mixtape. That put Nipsey Hussle on the blogs. That put him everywhere. That cemented him as, hey, he's official, he's acknowledged, and this Nipsey Hussle character is now a brand. And it was through the mixtape Crenshaw. As a fan, as a person that had already been listening to Nipsey Hussle, I didn't like the music. I didn't like Crenshaw. Tell you now, it's my least favorite, least played of all his mixtapes was Crenshaw. I didn't play it that much, but that doesn't knock his project and what he did, because he took me beyond music. Because when he discussed where he got the reason to put out a $100 mixtape, he said he read this book Contagious by Jonah Burrow, and in this book it explains how cheesesteak company in Philly put out a $100 cheesesteak and how they end up getting on Oprah and things like this. Now I was blown away. The music didn't get me. I was like, that was weak. The Crenshaw did not fulfill what the Marathon Continue did, and I feel like, he getting a little gimmicky. But no, when he discussed and he said in interviews that he read the book Contagious by Jonah Burrow, guess what I did? I went, like I always do, when I got the book. I read that book, and I was blown away. From then on, I didn't really care if Nipsey Hussle put out any music. Cared very less about any of his music. For me, he already did what he needed to do. The Marathon Continues still plays in my car today. But now, I was more entertained by what he was reading. And he started sharing multiple books. Don Peebles' book, 3 Magic Words. I read pretty much every book that he read, right? And it wasn't for me to emulate him. It was the most valuable thing about entertainment. It was the sharing of information. Y'all probably didn't know this. You probably did through some of his interviews that he already put out. But go check out that book, Contagious. It was dope. You know what I'm saying? It tells you why things go viral. It helps you understand about social currency and things of that nature. And so I was most entertained by Nipsey Hussle. Not only was he an entertainer, he was an educator, and we had similar stories, similar struggles. And as I achieved my goals in life, I was able to reference him achieving his. That's moved forward to him reopening up the Marathon store and making his store like a flagship store that brought money and tourism in his community. Hey, that's what I've been doing here with the G County store. The same exact thing. You know, this is the flagship store for the Galveston, Houston area right here, man. G County, we represent that to the fullest right here in Texas, man. This is what this store represents in my community. Plus, Nipsey was giving back. I'm giving back. It all works. You know what I'm saying? Now, I'm going to say all this so it could lead up to him being murdered. Oh man.